Well, good afternoon, everyone. We have the estimable and especially accomplished guest today. The one and only Tommy Cloud, president and founder of Third Act Retirement Planning in 2000. He's a certified financial planner, or CFP. He is also a chartered financial consultant. Graduate of Georgia Tech, his firm is a fee-only and fiduciary, works mainly with CRNAs, successful technology executives, and Christians who are at or near retirement. With about $500,000 of investable assets, Tommy has all the special letters after his name, and is a dear friend. Father of a massive family, and recently married. I'm still excited about that. We've discussed that in previous shows, but that's a big thing. It's a big life change. Welcome to the show, Tommy Cloud. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's very generous, Brett. Very generous.
Absolutely.
Very generous. Very generous. Well, I love the looks over there. Yeah, it's been a great 4 months. I'm still a newlywed. I mean, how long does this go? We still got the wedding cake down there in the freezer, our basement freezer.
Honeymoon phase.
Oh yeah, definitely the honeymoon phase.
Singing each other's songs, making kissy faces.
That's it. All of that stuff.
That's wonderful.
I had lunch with her today. She came and brought me lunch to the office today, so I love it. Hopefully I can behave myself this time around, Brett. You know how hard that can be.
That's a challenge for us all.
It sure is.
Just ask my ex.
No.
Another key question that I'm sure everybody's dying to: how do you manage to have such luxurious blonde hair at 45, 46 years old?
Wow.
That you are these days? That's
Thank
very
you so
impressive.
much.
What kind of product do you put in there? Where do you get that done?
Brett, it was funny because I was planning on.
Do you start combing over like right here or like right by the ear?
Thank you. It's to talk about my hair products was something I wasn't planning on today, but I was going to ask you. I don't know how personal we can get on these shows. I don't know what the limitations are, but would you be willing to recommend to our viewers that vegan hemorrhoid ointment that you tried out last week? Was that good? Did that work out for you?
Vegan hemorrhoid. I can't really say I know what you're referencing. Vegan hemorrhoid. Because I guess you wouldn't want any animal cruelty in treating such a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Would you?
No, we saw that. I was at Sprouts.
That's a very exciting product.
It's a very exciting product.
I'm excited about it. I've never heard of it, but I'm going straight to Sprouts after we get done here.
You've never heard of it. Brett, we're trying to tell the truth on this show, okay? Let's be honest now.
Well, if it's coming with your referral and recommendation, then I got to try it for sure. I'm not yet, but will be.
That's right.
By at least 9 o'clock today.
Oh my goodness!
Big night for me,
man. Well, my brother, what do we got here? It is fun being married. Thanks for asking about that. We're having a good time.
Yes, that's fantastic. And what's also fun are the 3 keys to retirement. Oh, yes. Income distribution during global political unrest. We covered one of the keys. We had so much fun on the last show. Didn't cover the other keys. So I thought we'd pick up where we left off and get after them other 2
Let's
keys.
do that.
Yeah. So what else are absolutely key to that retirement planning people need to know about?
Well, we are going to talk a little bit about taxes in one of our shows that's coming up. It's on the horizon. So I'll go a little bit into that. But one of the things I think that people have to understand is what bracket they're in. Usually, Brett, you're probably talking about a 10% difference. So if they're not planning well, they can pay an extra 10% on distributions. It's probably not going to be much above 10%. However, if you're talking about $50,000 differences on making one decision on 1 year versus the other, that's $5,000 that they are going to pay in taxes rather than keeping it for their own family. So certainly, I think paying attention to your taxes. Where is the money coming from? How much Social Security are you getting? What bracket are you in right now? Is the money coming straight out of those IRAs and 401ks? Because if it is, that's going to be taxed at as income, and that's what pushes you into the brackets? Or is it coming from Roths? Is it coming from taxable accounts? Is it coming from the sales of items that have capital gains exemptions, like homes, possibly? Of course, that wouldn't be income, but if you sold your personal residence, it could be a windfall, particularly as we have had such inflation the past 12 months, which we'll talk about in the show.
So different assets are going to have a different tax.
That's right. That's right. Gold.
So like if you had like a farm, like if you had a mine with gold, that'd be different.
Gold's totally different.
Versus like
gold is.
If you had a farm with, say, a bunch of cucumbers planted.
Oh, now you've got my attention right there.
That's a different tax rate. Completely different kettle of fish.
It really is. Gold is always taxed at 28%. Has been for years. Now they might change it, but it's just a flat 28%.
That's
so
hurtful.
It is very hurtful for the gold owners out there. They've had gold for so many years. What is crypto taxed at? I haven't looked at that. Is it the same? Just the same as a stock? You know?
Yeah. Basically, they're wanting you to track all your buys and sells, and like you would a stock. So I think that's the capital gains.
It's not special like gold. Gold's just straight 28%. There's nothing like that.
No. There's a couple of systems out there like Crypto Tracker and others that you can connect to your Voyager or Coinbase or Gemini or Exodus account, and it'll basically download it in. Then you got to choose your basis, like first in, first out, or last in, last out. Stuff like that. And it'll just crunch the numbers because a lot of people trade so much stuff, and then their interest programs that are coming in, it'd be really rough to try to manually run all that numbers.
It sounds like it just defaults into the tax brackets to me, the income or the capital gains brackets, probably. I think so. I need to look into that, but not a lot of my clients have cryptocurrency yet. We have some, but not a lot.
It's still a bit Wild West, right? Not necessarily something that's going to fit all retirement portfolios. Probably higher risk than a lot of your clientele, right?
We definitely have some. I have more than one client with it. And they're just holding the grayscale trust over there at Schwab rather than actually getting into, I think, some of the stuff where you literally own it like you do.
So like a non-correlating asset.
Yeah. Its ticker symbol is Golf Bravo Tango Charlie GBTC. So we have clients on that.
It's been good to me, as you well know.
I know you read a white paper, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true. I did. I read the first white paper that was issued on it by the anonymous person. Goes by the pen name Satoshi Nakamoto. Thought it was really interesting.
That's beautiful.
Money's been centralized since the beginning of time. It's the first system for truly decentralized money.
There you go.
It's compelling stuff. And a whole other podcast we could do on this, how sexy and exciting it is.
It really is. It's new and exciting.
Yeah.
So Brett, that's the situation with the taxes. They need to know what they're paying in taxes. I think it's foolish to just start pulling money out of places and not know how it's going to impact your taxes.
Yeah. Any other keys that come to mind off the top of your head?
I think the final one, the last show we went over, determine your expenses to help you set a budget. Mm-hmm. And, now, and in fact, I'll pull my screen up here so folks can see it. Now we're going to look at the final one here, number 3, have a well-diversified portfolio with non-correlated assets. It really is very important. Many years ago, God told Solomon, I forgot what I wrote in one of my articles what his net worth was. But in fact, I can probably find that right now. But God said to diversify your wealth 7 or 8 ways because you don't know what danger may fall upon the earth. And, that he gave us those instructions. Solomon has been proven to have followed those instructions to become one of the wealthiest people that have ever lived. And we're talking, Bill Gates, Bezos level wealth, Tesla level wealth. There he is right there, King Solomon. Right there.
Did you paint that picture yourself?
Thank you, Brett. It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Did you freehand that, or did you
actually
like coloring book trace it in?
Doesn't that look like something Lily would draw? That looks pretty good. She might be able to do better than that, though. But you can see right here, if you can see my screen, King Solomon's net worth, Brett, was $2.2 trillion. And there's not many people with that kind of net worth. How much is Musk's net worth? Do you know?
Yeah. Musk? Wow. I could probably Google it real fast. I do not know. I think he's one of the top 3 people. Yeah. He's up there. He paid something like $9 billion in taxes by just selling some stock this year.
Brett, he should have paid more. I'm mad about that. It's just,
me too.
I mean, come on.
Anything makes me upset. It's that person pays a record amount.
Elon Musk's net worth, they have it $277 billion. Does that sound right? $277 billion?
Yeah, it comes to world, which I briefly this year, saw his net worth cross $300 billion. Yeah.
Wow. Well, so that gives everybody an idea how wealthy King Solomon was at $2.2 trillion. And he wrote with his own hand, I mean, this is proven. This is also in the Torah. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, and 8. You don't know what disaster is going to fall upon the earth. But as we're wrapping up the show, I want to be very clear about this. You are not diversifying if you buy Microsoft stock and Home Depot stock and Procter & Gamble. That's called company diversification. I'm talking about asset class diversification. Even if you buy companies in particularly Europe and even Asia, they have a very high correlation to the U.S. stock market. The global stock market is very highly correlated. What am I talking about? I'm talking about non-correlated asset classes, like crypto would be included, but we don't want to list that necessarily. Gold. Gold has no correlation. Treasury bonds, U.S. Treasury bonds, gold, bonds, foreign bonds. Now, when I say bonds, investment grade has lower correlation, almost no correlation. Gold has almost no correlation. The utility stocks have a moderately low correlation, almost moderate. So those are the 3 things that we need to do as we're going into the retirement income distribution, Brett.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll leave with this sort of parting thought. I know if somebody, I have to think about how I say this, so I respect their privacy, but this is one of the most successful people I know, and nothing makes me more stressful when talking to this person than when, this person tells me they actively manage everything. I mean, there's a whole family involved, stuff like that, and they've got a very legitimate, very intense, very high pressure, full-time role, very highly compensated role at that. And it just seems like there's so many details. It's not that you can't do it, but why would you want to take on that extra full-time job versus hand it over to somebody that's qualified and established with this? For them, it's pretty basic and simple stuff because they've been doing it so many years. But it seems like if you have a significant portfolio, such a massive voluntary election for additional stress to take on managing that kind of money.
That's right, Brett. And all of our yours, our cognitive ability goes down as we get older as well. And there's story after story about that. So
I think mine gets a little better, but mileage varies.
You definitely
right?
get better looking. I do know that.
Better looking, smarter, more athletic.
There it is.
There it is. Smoother. So, Tommy, for the good people out there who would like to talk to you and maybe learn a little bit more about options they could take in retirement, do you offer some kind of free introductory call? How might they get a hold of you, and what would be involved?
Come on to my website. Thanks, Brett, for asking. thirdactretirement.com. Click on Get Started Now, and you can click on Schedule Now here, or they can call 1-800-917-5016, and they can just click on Schedule Now and set up a retirement-ready success call. It's just a 15 or 20-minute call that I have with people all over the country to talk about where they are, where they want to be, and then at the end of the call, we talk about whether or not I think I can help them, or it would be beneficial for us to have another call. But that's it. That's how they do it.
Outstanding. Well, as always, it's been fun, and I learned something new, as I always do. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Brett. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.